Hey G-Fans, GojiFan93 here, and welcome back to the October Kaiju thon. In this video we are going to be reviewing Rodan from 1956, and I was able to get my hands on the DVD. Finally it came in, and I really like the way that this case is. Like, it's so nice. I don't know, I really like the way it looks. So at the beginning of the movie, I was really into it because like the movie takes place at the beginning of the movie inside these mines. These workers, they're working inside the mine, and what's really interesting is that the Meganula creature, which was actually in Godzilla vs. Megaguirus, this is actually the first movie that this creature is shown. But the Megaguirus is this really weird looking, like, I don't really know how to say, kind of like a caterpillar mixed with like a fly's head or whatever, and it's just going through and trying to killing all these people. So the movie kind of starts like a horror movie, and I really like that. It was kind of a different change of pace for a kaiju movie to start out with. Then it just kind of goes into normal territory of just a kaiju film, and the thing is Rodan just kind of pops up out of nowhere, honestly. Like, they don't really give any kind of incentive of like, oh, here's how Rodan was born. Like, really what they show is just one of the main characters. What happens to him is a cave-in happens and he forgets his memory, and they try to make him remember stuff, and when he does remember, he has a flashback of when he saw the egg, the giant egg, which is where the Rodan baby popped out. And I thought that this part was kind of funny, like just Rodan popping out, like a little, you could tell it's just a puppet, and it's just like grabbing the little Meganula and like eating it and stuff, and I thought that was pretty funny. But after that, you know, it just turns into a kaiju movie where Rodan pops out and he starts, you know, destroying the city, but there's not actually that much city destruction. Like, I mean, there is, but it's not. Like, Rodan really only has like 2 scenes, and I mean, if people complained about, you know, Godzilla 2014 not having enough screen time, well, my god, Rodan barely, I mean, they don't even show Rodan until like the 3rd act of the movie. I mean, it's a long time till we actually see Rodan. But the thing that makes this really interesting is that there are actually 2 Rodans, and this makes it really crazy. Like, you think, oh my god, like one Rodan is already destroying enough, and yet a second Rodan comes in and it's just like, whoa, holy crap. And what's really cool is this DVD, I highly recommend you buy this version of Rodan, because on this case with the gargantuan set, because the quality of this movie is so good. This was 1956, so this is right after Godzilla Raids Again, and the quality of the movie on that DVD is phenomenal. Like, they restore the color. Sadly, it's not in widescreen, which kind of bothers me, because I thought that they did that with those kind of movies, but I guess with Rodan they couldn't. Maybe because it was so old, maybe they couldn't, you know, however they do the widescreen stuff. But the movie looked really good. It did not look like a 50s movie. I was thinking like, this looks like a really like a late 60s movie. But yeah, no, this is 1956, and it really looked good. I was really happy that I was able to see the Japanese version, of course, because like I said, the Japanese versions are always better, in my opinion, just because you actually get to hear the actors talk, not just a dub over them or whatever. And also the overall quality of the movie is just better if you watch it in the original form it was made. Because the American edits, they mute stuff, they dub, they put in extra sound effects, and they change the music, and they cut out stuff. But I don't think there was too much differences with the English version. But like I said, I watched the Japanese version because I wanted the full experience of it. The music was really cool. Definitely love the music. Obviously, once again, you know, you get Akira Ifukube. Rodan, when Rodan's flying through the sky, you hear, like, I think the tune was remade in Godzilla vs. King Ghidorah, when King Ghidorah's flying, and like that tune there. I'm not sure if that was remade or whatever, but definitely memorable tunes from this movie that were later used in future Godzilla movies. So really cool to that. And I just want to talk about the ending. So this is going to be the spoiler part of it. So the ending, okay, this is big. If you haven't seen Rodan, don't watch this part, skip ahead or whatever, because I'm going to spoil the hell out of it. So here's your warning. Okay, the ending is really interesting, and I have actually seen this movie before, but I haven't seen this movie in years. Like, this is probably the second time I've seen it in my lifetime, and I don't remember much of it, but what I do remember was the ending, and I thought what happened in the ending was that one of the Rodans die and the other Rodan escapes, and that's why I was thinking, you know, because in the future Godzilla movies, Rodan shows up in Ghidorah the Three-Headed Monster, so I was thinking, oh, that's that other Rodan. That's actually not the case. Both Rodans die. So what happens is the Rodans, they're sleeping in like this cave underground part or whatever. Like I think it's sort of it's a volcano, I believe. And what the humans want, what they decide to do is they say, oh, well, here's how we'll kill them. We'll activate the volcano. Let's just shoot missiles at the volcano so it erupts while they're in there, so it, you know, basically kills them. Which is a very nasty way to kill them. That's not nice. It's just as like with Godzilla 1984 with him falling in the volcano. It just sucks. But it's really sad. I mean, like, you see these two. I mean, the two Rodans, they fly up and like the volcano is erupting and all the smoke and ash and lava's falling down, and the both Rodans are flying in the air, but you start to see one of them just kind of like, and at first I was wondering, okay, how are they dying? Like, why don't they just fly off? But it's all the smoke that's engulfing them, and they get killed that way. And then the Rodan falls into the lava, and then basically gets caught on fire and burns to death. And it's very hard. Well, it's not hard to watch, but it's just sad, you know, because you're looking at it like, oh man, like they give the feels. They have really sad music playing in the background. And what's really sad is the other Rodan, he could easily fly off and escape, but he stays with his partner and dies with them. And I don't know if they're both, like, I don't know if they're male and female. Probably are, but I'm not really sure. But he goes to his mate, and basically they both burn to death. And that's it. That's how the movie ends. Very good way to end it, right? You know, with the monsters dying and stuff. Very classic, right? Well, the American version kills the whole thing. It ruins it. It just completely ruins it. I actually wanted to go watch the English version because I was confused. I thought, because like I said before, I thought one Rodan escaped and the other one died. But in the English version, both of them die as well, except it's a lot shorter. There's no music playing in the background. You have this stupid narrator who's narrating everything that's going on. He's explaining how they're dying. It's like the audience can't figure it out. And he's just saying, oh, they're getting engulfed with the smoke, and then they're falling into the lava. And I'm like, are you serious? Like, why are you having to spell it out for us? We see what's happening to them. That's why the Japanese version is so much better, because it's showing. It's not telling, it's showing. And that's why I just can't stand American edits, because they feel like they have to explain everything. It's like, no, we see it. But yeah, so that was the ending of Rodan, and I mean, the Japanese version, definitely good. It's a little, you know, it's sad, but somber ending, kind of like a lot of Godzilla movies when he dies. So it has a really good and ties all the knots and stuff. So Rodan, it's a really good movie. You know, it's one of the Toho classics, but because of the Rodan not really showing up until like at the end of the movie, basically, and the human part's starting to drag on, it's once again kind of a meh movie to me, at least. I kind of have the feeling of Mothra, that I just, it's, you know, I know it's a classic, but personally, I probably won't watch it again, or I probably won't like watch it multiple times, you know. But at least I was able to watch it again, and I'm glad I did. But other than that, I do recommend watching it if you're a Rodan fan. I know there's a lot of Rodan fans out there, so you know, give it a watch, and it's pretty cool. So I would hope that Rodan actually gets another movie. That'd be pretty cool. But we're gonna see him in the new Godzilla movie, or Godzilla 2 from Legendary. So we'll see. But that's it. That's it. My review for Rodan. So thank you guys so much for watching. Next up, I think will be Frankenstein Conquers the World. So that's it for me, guys. Thanks for watching. Stay big, G fans. Hey G fans, GojiFan93 here, and welcome to the next review. Fuck, I forgot the movies over here. I had to grab the DVD. Okay, God. Oh shit. Alright.